What is up, everyone? Welcome back to your daily dose of VR news. I promise this is my real voice. Some people were wondering if I'm using the AI generated voice.
I think you guys are overestimating how good that thing could be.
I'm just still a little bit sick, so I apologize if it sounds fake. But anyway, we have a lot to talk about today. As usual, in case you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to smack the little subscribe button down below, and let's get right into it. So here we are, and the first update that we have today is a pretty big one on the Oculus Quest 2. I know people tend to say there's way too many big updates for the Quest 2, but this one is actually quite relevant. I think this is a pretty big one. Speech recognition and experimental spatial anchors are now available to Quest developers. Speech recognition is not the one I want to talk about here. It's the experimental spatial anchors. So I myself am a big fan of the pass-through API on Quest, and I'm a huge fan of just merging the two worlds together, especially, you know, with a device as cheap as the Quest, being able to jump into any form of AR, even if it's just black and white, is just absolutely so cool. And spatial anchors are something I've been asking for quite some time. Even if we have to map them out on our own and it's not the Quest scanning them, it's something we've roughly played around with on, say, the zombie game on Halloween. Developers can now add Meta's speech recognition to Oculus Store and App Lab games, and can experiment with mixed reality and spatial anchors. Voice recognition can actually be used as an accessibility setting in apps, allowing more people to play apps, which is actually really nice. I like that. The voice SDK is powered by Wit.ai, the voice interface company Meta acquired in 2015. Wit is server-side, so won't work offline and has some latency. The more computing you can leave off the Quest, the better, because it means you get more FPS and more performance. However, Spatial Anchors is a new experimental feature for mixed reality, meaning it can't be used in-store or App Lab games just yet, unfortunately. However, developers can already use pass-through, the view from the Quest grayscale cameras, as a layer, example, the background, or a custom mesh, example, a desk in front of you. Spatial anchors are world-locked reference frames, allowing apps to place content in a specific position users define in their room. The headset will remember these anchor positions between sessions. So essentially, this is what I've been waiting for, exactly this, spatial anchors in the virtual space in AR. And I talked about this, I was like, currently we can only create walls. Now there's proper spatial anchors, and you can see that in the video going over me. The guy maps his desk, the TV, the wall, everything. It's really, really cool. Next year, Meta plans to add some scene understanding as an experimental feature. Users will be prompted to manually mark out their walls and furniture and enter their ceiling height, a process called scene capture. This will need to be done for each room, but the headset should remember the scene model between sessions. That's very exciting. That's something I was waiting for, and if you guys like AR, you will understand how big this is. This is going to be a huge, massive jump for any AR pass-through API game on the Quest. It's going to be amazing. Let me know what you think about this one down below. And we also have some big news for hand tracking, as it now works properly with OpenXR on the Quest. Controller-free hand tracking now works properly in OpenXR Unity apps on the Quest. This means apps can now use both hand tracking and pass-through at the same time, since the pass-through API requires OpenXR. OpenXR is the standard API for VR and AR development. The Quest platform first got prototype support for OpenXR in April of 2020, and in June of 2020, the Oculus Store started accepting OpenXR apps. But until now, all releases of the Oculus integration for Unity have included a caveat. Support for hand tracking is currently restricted to the baseline OpenXR spec. Therefore, additional hand tracking features such as collision capsules, hand input metadata, and runtime hand meshes are not yet supported. In addition, there is a known compatibility issue with the thumb trapezium bone, thumb 0, in the OpenXR-based OVR plugin. So as you can see, there was quite a few issues when it came to hand tracking in OpenXR. For developers, I assume this is going to be a pretty big deal. I tried developing a game before, and I was horrible at it, so I'm not going to go into detail here as I don't know what I'm talking about. Having hand tracking in pass-through API apps is going to be fantastic for us consumers as well, especially if it works really nicely. As you know, AR and hand tracking kind of go together. Now, those two were what I would call success stories. Really good, happy stories. Now, on another note, Horizon Worlds beta has gone public in the US and Canada with an 18+ age requirement. Okay, Horizon Worlds, if you don't know, is what used to be called Horizon. Just Facebook Horizon. It's the thing that we actually got access to early, thanks to acquiring a code to get into it early, and we were kindly just shown around, and it looked decent. A lot of people hated on it, a lot of people have their own opinions on it, but the thing is, it's been in beta for like the longest time. A very small amount of people have had access to it, and people have just started losing hope. It has quote-unquote finally gone public. I mean, I don't even know whether I should call this a success. After years of waiting, Horizon Worlds beta is opening to anyone in the US or Canada with no invite required, which means us Europeans are left in the dust. And, you know, to verify that your age is over 18, apparently Upload VR asked Meta how that will be verified, and apparently when you log in to Horizon Worlds with Facebook, you will be able to use the app in VR if your age on Facebook is over 18, which I think is a pretty flawed system. Chances are you're not using your real age on there anyway if you have the headset and you're under 18. A lot of people just don't use their real age on stuff like this. However, that's not all. As much as a lot of people are going to be quite happy about this, and good for you, unfortunately I've got bad news for Quest 1 owners. As posted by Sadly It's Bradley on Twitter yesterday, Horizon Worlds is no longer going to be compatible with the Oculus Quest 1 sometime in a later January, which means that the Quest 1 is actually not going to support Horizon Worlds, which is an official meta app. Think what you want of that. I don't think I'm going to be in Horizon Worlds that much anyway. I've got VR chat, I've got Rec Room, so I'm not hating on it, but it's just not going to be one of my priorities. Either way, let me know what you think about this one down below. Beat Saber has announced a new music pack, and as we know, we have a lot of people loving Beat Saber here, and it's a Lady Gaga music pack, and it's launching tonight. Beat Saber has announced its next music pack tonight at the 2021 Game Awards. The Lady Gaga music pack features 10 tracks and will be available later on tonight at 8 p.m. PT. In a similar fashion to the surprise of the Green Day music pack announcement released at the 2019 Game Awards, Meta and Beat Games have dropped a surprise Lady Gaga music pack announcement on Twitter, so that's quite exciting right there. I mean, I'm sure quite a few people are going to be excited about that one, and yeah. However, on another note, today morning, I woke up, fired up my phone, you know, to check out YouTube Recommended, the glory that is YouTube Recommended, and the first thing I see, Among Us VR is coming to the Quest. Now, I thought this was a joke. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually thought this was a joke, so I instantly posted it on Twitter, but then I realized that it was actually the official Oculus account. So this isn't a joke. Among Us VR is a thing. Now, the amount of memes that are going to come out of this is going to be insane, like actually insane. But the thing is, I thought Among Us was kind of dead. I thought it was kind of like past. I could be wrong here. I'm not very good with internet trends. This is going to be interesting. Among Us VR is coming to the Quest, PSVR, and PC VR sometime in the future. The VR adaptation of the incredibly popular multiplayer game was revealed during the Game Awards. The new version of the game is being developed by the I Expect You to Die developer Until You Fall studio, Shell Games, in collaboration with Robot Teddy, the original developer, Intersloth. So we have no official release date or anything like that, but hopefully we'll hear more about the release sometime in 2022. For now, we do know that the game will support 8 to 10 player matches. So it's a full 3D conversion of the game, and yeah, I wonder if YouTubers are now going to start replaying it again because it's in VR, and I wonder if they're going to give it a new life. I mean, I can totally see if YouTubers do start doing that, there will be another surge of Quest 2 purchases just to play Among Us VR, just like there was with Resident Evil 4. It's going to be interesting. Let me know what you think about this one down below. I mean, I'm certainly interested to hear your opinion here, as this is going to be quite interesting. Now, as I told you guys earlier, I love Pass-Through API, I love AR, love mixing the worlds together, and Blaston has gotten a new Pass-Through API support on the Quest and more in the Acrylic Blast update. So Blaston is a game I actually quite enjoyed playing with some of my friends on the Quest, and I'm very excited to see that in the latest update, it's got pass-through support. So you can now play the game in pass-through with the other person standing right in front of you in your room. I think that's really, really cool, especially since Blaston was always just a game, again, I really enjoyed. The Acrylic Blast update is launching today, and it's a free update, and adds a new mode to the game that lets you compete using randomly assigned weapon loadouts. The twist, loadouts are identical for each dueler, which eliminates the material advantage on the other side and reduces gameplay to pure skill. Of course, there's a lot more to talk about in this update, so in case you guys are interested, I'm going to leave a link to this down below. But I think the Pass-Through API is my favorite one. This is one that I feel is going to be quite controversial. HTC has launched a Vive Arts NFT store. Okay, HTC Vive is getting into VR NFTs. A blog post today announced the launch of the Vive Arts NFT store. It's essentially a browser-based sales gallery. The platform will reportedly offer a chance for artists to sell art made in VR and AR, as well as other digital works. HTC says creators will be able to decide the amount of copies of a work, they can sell, as well as whether to accept cryptocurrency or actual currency. For lack of a better term, the NFT store will be hosting a sales meeting on December 17th, in which it will feature NFTized works of Czech artist Alphonse Mucha, pictured below in collaboration with the Mucha Foundation. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but okay. Again, I actually talked about NFTs in the past. I'm not very good with them. I'm not really into them, to be completely honest with you, but I'm not going to attack anybody that wants to buy an NFT. I just don't really see the point of it, personally. I also don't know enough about them. Maybe that's just my problem, but according to me, I'm not going to go into them. But yeah, let me know what you think about that one down below. And Apple is hiring for AR and VR. Apple has posted job listings for an AR/VR frameworks engineer, with the role described as developing an entirely new application paradigm. The listing was shared by current Apple manager Hayden Lee on Twitter, a pioneer in the social VR space. Lee co-founded Converge and Big Screen. He was hired by Apple in mid-2020 to work on AR/VR and made manager in October, according to his LinkedIn page. So as we know, Apple is developing something in the background, and we've had a lot of leaks about their AR/VR headsets during the last few months and during the last year in general. A lot of people are excited for it. I'm personally really interested to see what they're going to have in store. I think it's going to be interesting. Hopefully it's not damaging in any way, but yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We got a lot into today's one, and please let me know what your opinions are on these topics down below. I love hearing your guys' opinions. You know, sometimes I read them and I'm like, oh yeah, that just makes sense, and that makes me change my opinion or shows me a completely different view on things, so that's really cool. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you will have a fantastic day or night. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like. If you guys disliked it, I guess this button works too, but please tell me why down in the comments section below. If you guys would like to support the channel in any way, shape, or form, we've got sick mugs down below that boost your FPS by 300% and merch that does not put a huge ad on your body. Thank you so much to all the Patreons supporting this channel. You guys help me out a ton, buying better gear and just overall making these videos a lot better. So thank you so much for that. If you guys are not yet part of our community, check out our Discord down below and check out our Reddit, where I want to see you posting your spicy memes. And as usual, in case you guys want to be notified about future content coming up on the channel daily, make sure to smack the subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.